Africa has proudly hosted its very own tech gathering, GITEX Africa, that truly unites communities in the innovation ecosystem across the continent. According to the organizers, the program has become the biggest tech show in Africa as it poses as a catalyst of multiple investment pledges and public-private partnership initiatives to accelerate Africa's digital transformation. Here's the report.
One nation bound in freedom, peace, and unity.
It's Nigeria Day at the Nigerian Communications Commission booth on day 2 of GITEX Africa. And as policy leaders, government entities, as well as tech influencers and thought leaders continue various engagements on site, young African startup founders in attendance seize the opportunity to promote their solutions in hopes of finding global partners.
Oh, it's been going well actually. I've been able to onboard a number of startups here to join the business, as well as a few investors. So I think it's actually going great, right? So my expectation after this event is that the product will not just be just a Nigerian product, but it will be one that will be embraced by the entire African community and globally.
It's been very, very interesting, and I hope to go back to be able to explore these opportunities that we have here to scale our business further across other African countries beyond Nigeria. Because right now in Africa, assistive technology products are very expensive due to high import duties and forex fluctuations. So we need more investment in Africa. I will need to be able to produce these assistive tech, especially the low-cost tools in Africa. So we're seeking for partners, we're seeking for investors who could actually invest in Africa for production.
Many of the over 900 tech entities spread across the exhibition floor are in Africa for the first time. This is in part due to the complexities associated with the continent of 54 countries. However, stakeholders say the presence of over 30 government agencies taking part in the digital summit will lead to key policies that benefit the economies of African states.
We've got large organizations that have a footprint in Africa looking to engage, but my most exciting part is actually governments. Over 30 government delegations are here, which means critical policy discussions will be had, because our biggest challenge, if you ask me, in Africa is that we are not a homogeneous market. We are 54 different states. I had to travel out to Europe to come to Africa. If we can sort out those things, then two things become very possible: communication and commerce, and boom, then we change the economies of many African states.
Buhari, he was sworn in for a second term in office on May 29, 2019.
It's a marketplace for solutions. A Nigerian tech content creator, Eric Okafor, who has been documenting his interesting finds, shares his experience.
There's lots of companies here, 900 plus companies, and there's lots of investors, over 200 investors, and apparently a lot of money funding. It is a big opportunity for Africa. First time spotlight being shown on us, like from GITEX, and it's the biggest summit in tech summit in Africa. I'm super opportunity to be here, and I am very grateful to be able to witness like this. It is solutions, and I feel like we need a lot of agri-tech or agro-tech, ed-tech, healthcare, diagnosis with AI. I feel like those are one of the best solutions that I've sat on and I've listened to, and I feel like there's a lot of also cybersecurity, something that Africa and Nigeria especially really needs. Cybersecurity, actual security surveillance, and I've talked to a couple of people who have impressed me, and I think that bringing their tech here will actually help us stop a lot of insurgency. Now people are discovering that there are a lot of young, brilliant minds that, if well harnessed, we can literally get a lot of, I would say, world problem solutions from them. And it would be interesting to see how they pave the way going forward. I feel like there's a lot of companies who are serving African market, and I didn't know they were, because they are Finnish companies, French companies, Polish companies, like from all over the world, but they are serving Africa, and that was interesting to me because I have a lot of information about African tech companies, but not so much from outside Nigeria that are actually supporting us in one way or the other.
If you type your question, I can understand better and give you better answers.
Abuja-based Unicorn, known for creating Africa's first humanoid robot, Omefe, is also here to showcase products that prove Africa's capabilities in providing tech solutions.
We are innovative with everything we do. Unicorn Group is meant to bridge technology gap across Africa, and our solutions are tailored to the needs of Africa. So here we have Omefe, we have the first Africa blockchain, and we made a VR headset for Africa that is affordable. As against the normal VR, they buy like $400 to $500, but this $40. So with this, we really mean business to push this technology in such a way to be affordable by Africans. So there is a joy, you know, to hear that something good such as this technology can come out of Africa.
As the event carries on into the final day, there is an emphasis on training African talent and giving them access to global opportunities.
Started outsourcing in 2010 in Ethiopia. The idea of having Africans working for Europeans was already mind-blowing. It was almost impossible for us to convince people that there are talents and we don't physically have to move elsewhere to actually perform any activity.
On the exhibition floor, we find Senegal-based O1 Talent Africa, a digital talent factory training developers and facilitating work opportunities for them. Their interest in the event is to establish contact across the continent. As the program wraps up on the 2023 edition of GITEX Africa, stakeholders are keen to return next year to build on what has been achieved this time around.